On this episode today, we take a look at the best of 2022. We look back at this year, we dive into a few questions like, who were my guest inspirations and where did it come from? And what are the problems with the education system? And a lot more. From my family to yours, and from the SkyBoxx and Rise Above, we wish you and yours a happy holiday and enjoy. And also, be good to yourself, y'all. All right, what got you into education and teaching?
I think I've always been. I've taught my children, my nieces and nephews, and um, and I think me being an impact and being influential to children is important.
All
You
right.
know what, Mr. Smith? Um, I am the only person in our building in the classroom that they see like themselves.
Yeah,
And
I would agree.
I've heard some people have said, why don't you go here? Why don't you try another school and things like that? But our kids need us.
You having the renewal and newness of things in life, it starts with you, how you care about you, how motivated you are. You're not going to be excited to do and to give and to love and be fully energetic if you don't care about your body and what type of mode you're in.
Your influences,
Sure.
becoming a doctor.
Yeah.
Who would that be?
There are several. First and foremost, my great grandfather, Reverend R.M. Reeves Sr. Man was 67 years old when he earned his bachelor's degree. Went back to college, earned his bachelor's degree, first church in Pittsburgh to be a polling place for African Americans. Had the first all black Boy Scout troop in Pittsburgh. So man was just a trailblazer.
Really dug into everything that's going on, and let's say in the last 10 to 15 years, you're going through a lot.
Strive through. Sometimes you just gotta keep on pushing. My dad said, you gotta make hay while the sun shines. So I continue to just do and follow his legacy and just continue to make hay while the sun shines.
There you go. There you go. That's all you can do at the end of the day. Influenced you to become an educator?
I don't know if I had a specific influence. It kind of literally fell into my lap.
Just fell in your lap.
It did.
I like that. I like that.
From the district. Like, I want to give a shout out to Lisa Minigat. She took a chance on a little black boy from Hagerstown, Maryland. Never taught in a public school before. Gave me my start in Pittsburgh. Another shout out, Dr. Jamie Foster, Miss Kathy Alston, and Mrs. Pia Peterson. They've taken so many chances with me and my team this year. Like, we come up with co-teaching and different ideas we throw at them, and they're gun ho and they're ready.
Because I believe that everyone can learn from each other, whether it's a student teaching me something or me learning how to humble myself and bring myself down to meet my students at their level. And all that, it comes together. The biggest thing is community, man. And we pride ourselves on our work in the community. I'm the social action chair for my fraternity. We do a lot of work in the community, and that's something that I love to do. Being from Harrisburg, uplifting my community in education, fraternity, everything. Those are some of the things that my fraternity has helped me be great at.
Where do you get all this drive to get this, man?
Yeah, my daughters, the kids that I work with in the community, and just the fact that I got a lot right on my back, and like I like to live up to my dad's expectations.
That's where it goes down, man.
That really have been there for me over my time. I would definitely say my wrestling coach, who was also my woodshop teacher, Jesse Ross Sr., because he taught me a lot of things. Actually, just how to work hard, how to persevere, and how to overcome. I struggled in high school academically. That came from just some of the struggles that I had at home. Um, you know, trying to find my way as a young black man in
Right.
the world,
Right. Right.
you know, without my father being around. So I struggled with that and not being able to receive the love that he was trying to show me.
Right.
And that's hard. So if you've never been properly loved as a child, you don't know when someone is trying to love you and hold you accountable, and just trying to be there for you. So I appreciate that, coach, and thank you. I tell him all the time. So he was one of my favorite teachers as well.
I think it goes back to education prep programs. We don't send teachers out into the world, well, new teachers out into the world prepared to teach brown and black children. We're still teaching them how to teach students. Like, the education system hasn't changed in hundreds of years. We're still teaching them how to educate in that manner. So until we actually give them the resources about trauma, culturally responsive pedagogy, they'll never be able to educate and relate to the kids because they don't know. A lot of times our teachers don't come from situations or backgrounds like our students. So
I feel like that's a really difficult question because I don't think colleges do it right.
That's good. I want to hear more.
I think that being an educator, you learn more in in the actual moment, like in teaching in the classroom. You can't learn how to teach in a room full of college kids that already know how to learn because it's not applicable. So I truly believe that like colleges, you should have 2 years doing like your gen eds and like your majors. And then for the 2 other years, you should spend it kind of like an internship in the classroom because you need at least 2 years fully immersed into a school in order to be prepared for what school brings you.
What do you think our kids lack in education?
To be honest with you, financial literacy. I'm becoming so big on financial literacy. Like, I'm actually going to change again. I'm turning my computer class. I'm teaching using computers to teach financial literacy. Security guard, I can be honest with you, the unsold heroes of any school to me are security guards and secretaries.
I agree with that. I agree. I definitely agree with that because when you look at the secretaries are the I wouldn't call them the first line of defense, but they're the first people.
You're right. They're the first people. Like, cause they know what's going on. They know the parents more than the teacher. They know who the kid is because they deal with all their files. Then you got the security people. They know who everybody is. Security people will be the people who will talk to the kids, even the age. You know what I mean? Like, those are just unsung heroes of any school, and they get overlooked so much, which I really, to be honest with you, I don't like it. You know I gotta say something, right?
What?
You know, both our apostles be turning in their grave. They're like, yo, you know, you supposed to shuffle that by the hand.
About you, which living person do you most admire? This is dope because I would say I admire my grandmother because she's courageous, and we talked about women and co-workers, things like that. Um, I appreciate her because without my grandmother, I wouldn't be who I am today. And she stood up and raised me when no one would, when people dropped the ball. So I appreciate you, Ma. I call her Ma because she raised me. So I admire her the most just for her courage and stepping up when no one would. So I appreciate you, Ma, and thank you.
Word or phrase do you most overuse? That's a hard one. I have to say the most phrase. There's a couple of them, but if I had to go with one, you mind if I cuss?
Go ahead, give them one.
Don't nobody fuck with you how you fuck with you.
So please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. I'm just doing everything that I can. Cause all I wanna be is true. So please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. Cause there's no me without you. And all I wanna be is true. Alright. And all I wanna be is true.
Thanks for watching the SkyBoxx and also Rise Above. And also, be good to yourself, y'all. I'll see you in 2023.